Imagine waking up tomorrow and turning on the faucet, only for nothing to come out. No drinking water. No showers. No water to grow food. No water for hospitals. It sounds like something from a post-apocalyptic movie, but for millions of people around the world, this is already becoming a reality. Water covers more than 70% of Earth's surface. From space, our planet looks like a giant blue marble floating through the darkness of the cosmos. So how could humanity ever run out of water? The answer is both simple and alarming. Most of Earth's water isn't drinkable. Around 97% of all water on Earth is salt water found in oceans and seas. Of the small amount of fresh water that remains, much of it is trapped in glaciers, ice caps, and deep underground reservoirs that are difficult to access. That leaves only a tiny fraction available for nearly 8 billion people. For centuries, humanity has treated water as if it were unlimited. Cities expanded, farms grew larger, industries consumed more resources, and populations exploded. For a long time, it seemed like there would always be enough. But today, warning signs are appearing across the globe. Rivers are shrinking. Lakes are disappearing. Underground water reserves are being drained faster than nature can replace them. Scientists warn that water scarcity could become one of the defining challenges of the 21st century. Some experts even believe future conflicts may be fought over access to fresh water rather than oil or land. The question is no longer whether water shortages are happening. The question is how serious they could become. In this video, we'll explore why humanity is facing a growing water crisis, what could happen if current trends continue, and whether there is still time to avoid a global disaster. Because the future of civilization may depend on a resource most of us use every single day without thinking about it. The global water crisis didn't appear overnight. It's the result of several problems happening at the same time. The first problem is population growth. Just 100 years ago, the world population was around 2 billion people. Today, it has surpassed 8 billion. Every person needs water for drinking, cooking, sanitation, agriculture, and countless other daily activities. As the population increases, demand for freshwater rises with it. But the amount of freshwater on Earth remains essentially the same. This creates a growing imbalance between supply and demand. The second problem is agriculture. Most people assume households use the majority of the world's freshwater. In reality, agriculture accounts for roughly 70% of freshwater use worldwide. Growing crops requires enormous amounts of water. Producing a single hamburger can require thousands of liters when you consider the water needed to grow animal feed, raise livestock, and process food. As global populations grow and diets become more resource-intensive, agricultural water consumption continues to increase. The third problem is groundwater depletion. Beneath the Earth's surface lie vast underground reservoirs known as aquifers. For decades, farmers and cities have pumped water from these reserves faster than nature can replenish them. In many regions, water tables are dropping year after year. Some aquifers took thousands of years to fill. Once depleted, they may not recover within any human timescale. Then there's climate change. Rising global temperatures are disrupting weather patterns around the world. Some regions are experiencing longer and more severe droughts. Others are seeing unpredictable rainfall that makes water management increasingly difficult. Glaciers that provide freshwater to hundreds of millions of people are shrinking. Snowpacks that once acted as natural water storage systems are becoming less reliable. This means communities that depend on these sources may face growing shortages in the future. Pollution adds another layer to the crisis. Factories, agricultural runoff, chemicals, plastics, and untreated waste contaminate rivers, lakes, and groundwater. Even when water exists, it may no longer be safe to drink. Cleaning polluted water often requires expensive treatment systems that many regions cannot afford. Urbanization also places enormous pressure on water supplies. Cities continue expanding at unprecedented rates. As concrete replaces natural landscapes, Less rainwater can soak into the ground and replenish underground reserves. Instead, water quickly runs off into drainage systems and oceans. Many major cities are already facing serious water stress. In recent years, several large metropolitan areas have come dangerously close to running out of accessible freshwater. Experts refer to these moments as Day Zero events, the point at which municipal water systems can no longer meet demand. The consequences of severe water shortages could be devastating. Food production would decline. Crop failures could become more common. Food prices would increase. Economic growth could slow dramatically. Public health crises could emerge as access to clean drinking water becomes less reliable. Communities could be forced to relocate. Entire regions may become less habitable. Water scarcity can also increase tensions between nations that share rivers and freshwater resources. History shows that competition over essential resources often leads to conflict. And unlike many other problems, water has no substitute. Civilization can adapt to many challenges, but humans cannot survive without water. The reality is that the warning signs are already visible. The world isn't facing a future water crisis. In many places, the crisis has already begun. The question now is whether humanity can solve the problem before it becomes far more severe. Despite the seriousness of the challenge, there is reason for optimism. Humanity still has options, and many of the solutions already exist. The first step is improving efficiency. Around the world, enormous amounts of water are wasted every day. Leaking infrastructure loses billions of liters annually. Modernizing water systems could save vast quantities of freshwater without requiring new sources. Agriculture also offers major opportunities for improvement. Advanced irrigation systems can deliver water directly to plant roots rather than spraying large areas. Smart sensors can monitor soil moisture and ensure crops receive only the water they actually need. These technologies can dramatically reduce agricultural consumption while maintaining productivity. Water recycling is another powerful solution. Many countries are developing systems that treat wastewater and return it to safe use. Instead of discarding water after a single use, communities can recycle it multiple times. This approach expands available supplies while reducing environmental impact. Desalination provides another possibility. Since most of Earth's water is located in oceans, removing salt could unlock an almost limitless source. Modern desalination plants already provide drinking water for millions of people. The challenge remains cost and energy consumption, but advances in technology continue making desalination more efficient. Protecting natural ecosystems is equally important. Forests, wetlands, and healthy watersheds play critical roles in storing and filtering freshwater. When these ecosystems are damaged, water supplies often become less reliable. Conservation efforts help preserve nature's ability to support human communities. Governments also have a major role to play. Long-term planning, investment in infrastructure, sustainable water policies, and international cooperation will all be necessary. Water resources do not follow political borders. Countries that share rivers and aquifers must work together to ensure fair and sustainable access. Individual actions matter as well. Simple habits such as fixing leaks, reducing unnecessary water use, choosing efficient appliances, and supporting sustainable products can collectively make a significant difference. No single action will solve the crisis, but millions of small actions combined with large-scale technological and political solutions can create meaningful change. History has shown that humanity is capable of overcoming enormous challenges. We've developed vaccines that eradicated deadly diseases. We've built global communication networks. We've explored space and landed on the moon. When faced with difficult problems, innovation often emerges. The water crisis is no exception. What makes this challenge unique is that everyone has a stake in the outcome. Water connects every person, every city, every industry, and every ecosystem on Earth. Protecting it is not simply an environmental issue. It's an economic issue, a health issue, a security issue, and ultimately a survival issue. The future is not predetermined. The decisions made today will shape the world future generations inherit. Humanity still has time to act. The technologies exist. The knowledge exists. The resources exist. What remains is the collective will to use them. Because the story of water scarcity does not have to end in disaster. It can become a story of innovation, cooperation, and resilience. And perhaps one day, future generations will look back at this moment not as the beginning of a global crisis, but as the moment humanity chose to solve it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others. And remember, some of the most important resources in the world are often the ones we take for granted until they're gone.